Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from Sydney English Teacher and from the Successful English Learner by Sydney English Teacher. And I'm coming to you live on the Facebook page and over on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for episode number 29 of my Question of the Day series. I hope that you have found these question answer sessions really helpful and that you are using all of the tips that I've been sharing with you, because I guarantee that even if you only take a few tips and use them, they will make a huge difference. So, we've looked at lots of different areas of the English language so far in terms of speaking, listening, reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation, and how to develop our learning skills for those areas. Today, we're going to take a slightly different approach, and we're going to talk about English exams. And I'm going to give you lots of tips to take away your stress in the preparation for an English exam, but also on the actual day of the exam. So the question is, how can I take away my stress and my nerves during an English exam? First of all, before I give you some ideas, I need to say it doesn't matter which English exam you do, whether it's the Cambridge FCE, the Cambridge Advanced, whether it's the IELTS exam, whether it's the TOEIC or the TOEFL, or does not matter, okay? Whichever exam you are doing it for a reason. You are doing it not only to achieve a particular result, because maybe you want to go to university or college, or because you want to travel somewhere or study somewhere, um, or maybe because you want to get a visa to work or live in another country. It doesn't matter what reason you have for taking this exam. What you need to do is to, what should I say, really be motivated about that exam, and to look at the end result that this exam is going to give you and feel that excitement that the end result will give you. Because if you go into an exam thinking, oh, great, I have to do an exam now, that negative attitude will rub off on your results, okay? And on your motivation and your concentration, your performance, everything. So we need to walk into that exam, number one, thinking this is a great exam. It's a great opportunity for me because it's going to give me the results I want. And number two, you want to walk into that exam with this positive frame of mind, telling yourself, I can do it. Okay? So it's really important to really be positive as much as possible and to think about that end result. Why are you doing the exam? Nobody is forcing you to take this exam, okay? You make that decision on your own, and that is what's going to help you get to that end result. So, first of all, my first tip, remembering everything that I just said, the first tip is to tell yourself that it's just a practice exam. So, if you're really stressed and worried and nervous in the lead up to the exam, then how about you change the way you look at this exam, the way you approach this exam, and just tell yourself, it's okay. I don't need to stress. It's just a practice exam. If I don't do well in this exam, it doesn't matter, because I will have another chance. I will have another opportunity to take another exam later on. if you tell yourself that it's just a practice run, and if you believe it, and if you think and believe that you have another chance to do this exam another time if you need it, it will immediately take away the stress and the pressure. Because, our thoughts can be so powerful, so powerful. So tell yourself it's just a practice run, even if it's not. That will take away your nerves and your stress in the lead up to the exam, but more importantly, on the day of the exam. And often on the day of the exam, you'll actually do a lot better than you think you will. Why? Because you're more relaxed. You've taken away a lot of that pressure on yourself. Um, and you know what? Most of the time, people who do this don't actually need to do another exam at all because they've done so well in this practice run. So, this is a little strategy that I use with my students. If I have students who are doing a Cambridge exam or IELTS exam, for example, and they're really stressed, I say to them, don't stress. Don't worry about it. It's a practice run. You can do the exam again next month. The minute they do that and believe that, the pressure's taken away and they do a lot better. So, a really good strategy. Our little secret, but it's something that really, really works because the mind is so powerful. Number 2, it's really important for you to prepare well in advance. Don't leave your preparation, excuse me, don't leave your preparation to the last minute. I think that's clear. I think you know that already. Leaving your preparation to the last minute will only create more nerves and more stress on on the day of the exam, but also in the lead up to the exam. And we don't want that. We want to make sure that you plan your learning and your exam preparation beforehand. And we want you to have lots of time to revise, to practice, to ask questions if you need to. Because the more prepared you are, of course, the less worried you will be during the exam. And you know what? There's no need to be worried during the exam because you'll be so much more confident and ready to do your best simply because you have prepared well in advance. So that's the second tip I have for you. Don't leave it to the last minute. Next, get a good night's sleep. The night before the exam, make sure you sleep well. Don't cram the night before. Cramming means to try and squash as much information into your brain as possible at the last minute. Don't do that. I usually recommend for my students to do no more work, no more revision, no more learning or practice after 6 p.m. the night before an exam. Okay? No more revision, no more preparation, no more exam practice. Instead, after 6 p.m. the night before, make it you time. Okay? Have a rest, have a bath, have a nice dinner, watch a movie maybe, or read a book. Do anything that you enjoy and that makes you relax and that will take your mind off the exam. You don't want to constantly think about the exam and what's happening. We need to be in a nice, relaxed state and ready to do your best. What you don't know by 6 p.m. the night before the exam, well, You won't know anyway on the day of the exam by learning it at the last minute. So make sure you eliminate the stress by relaxing the night before, not thinking too much about the exam, having some you time, and getting a good night's sleep. Lastly, be positive. You know, positive thoughts are so important. So tell yourself that you are going to do well. Don't tell yourself the opposite. If you're nervous in the exam or even just before the exam, close your eyes. Picture yourself getting those great results. The power of the mind will really help you and will, what should I say, allow you to see yourself doing well. So if you're nervous, close your eyes. Picture yourself getting those great results. Take a deep breath so that you stay calm and relaxed. And tell yourself there is nothing that you can't do. There is nothing that you can't handle. You are great and you can do an amazing job. So be positive. Quickly, a revision of the most important points I'd like you to remember from today. So, number one, tell yourself it's just a practice exam. The mind is so powerful. So if you believe that this is a practice run and you have another chance to do the exam if you need it, you'll be a lot more relaxed and you can concentrate a lot better and probably get better results. Number two, prepare well in advance. Plan your learning in advance, your preparation, your revision, your question asking, your practice. Do all of this well in advance. Don't leave it till the night before or the day before or the week before. You'll feel a lot more confident if you've planned it well in advance. Number three, make sure you get lots of rest. You need to have a good night's sleep. You need to have some you time, some downtime to relax, to not think about the exam and never learn anything new or revise after 6 p.m. the night before the exam. And number four, think positive thoughts. Be positive. Don't be negative. Don't tell yourself the opposite. Tell yourself you are great and you're going to do well. Don't say the opposite. You can do anything, okay? There's nothing that you can't do. You will achieve the results that you want. There you go. The power of the mind. So, a quick bonus tip. Look, nobody puts stress on you except yourself. So be kind to yourself. Take away the unnecessary pressure, okay? Don't let any negative thoughts enter your mind at all. You need to tell yourself that you have done everything you can do to prepare for this exam. You need to tell yourself you will do your best on the day of the exam and that your best is going to be amazing. So don't put stress and pressure on yourself, okay? Be good to yourself. Take it away. No pressure, no stress, no negative thinking. Okay? Tell yourself you've done everything you can. You're going to do well and you will. So, a lovely bonus tip there. If you have any questions about today's topic, if you need any more tips about exam preparation, or if you have any other questions or requests for future topics for us to focus on, please get in touch. I'd be more than happy to help you. And of course, I'm more than happy to help you as a member of my learning community as well. So make sure you visit me on my website and my blog. Come and look at my online courses, my learning library. Definitely follow my Facebook page, become a member of my Facebook group, and go and watch my videos, excuse me, on the YouTube channel. Lots of things to keep you busy, happy, and learning there. So, thank you very much for joining me today for the question of the day. I hope you really enjoyed the topic of this episode and that you're able to walk away with some practical tips that you are able to easily implement. If you enjoyed this and you felt it helped you, please share this video with your family and friends or anyone who's doing an exam so that they can benefit as well. Thank you so very much. And I do hope you come back again for episode number 30 because it's going to be a great one. Thanks, everyone, and have